Hey guys, it's Tom Box. First of all, pop quiz for you guys. I'm gonna give you a scenario and you guys can answer down in the comment section, and that's what this video is about. It's about activation. The question is, I am player A. As player A, I have a Stardust Dragon and a compulsory evacuation device. Player B has this new card called Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and I don't know what it does. So for me to get rid of the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, I am going to attempt to activate compulsory evacuation device. This is a hypothetical scenario, of course, and I'm going to target that Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And my opponent says, oh, you can't do that. He's not targetable. Oh, then I go, well, I'm so sorry. I'm going to set it back down. We can call a judge over and I will take my PE minor. However, my opponent decides to go, whoa, 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 hold it right there. Your activation was not illegal. You do have a legal target on the field. You're going to have to go back only to the point where you activated the card and you're going to have to target your own Stardust Dragon. And I'm like, okay. Wait, okay, I guess I'll bounce back my Stardust. So the question here is, who is correct? Do I actually set the compulsory evacuation device back down, face down, and then take the PE minor? Or am I forced to continue my play by bouncing my Stardust Dragon? Leave it down in the comment section. And I want to welcome you guys to MST.TV, and this is my new set. I want to give a huge shout outs to Trist, to Winston, Keith, my wife, for helping me set this whole thing up, you know, rebuilding my walls, hanging all my photos, drilling holes on the walls. A huge thank you to you guys, and also even these dual disc holders. I know this is a ruling video, and I'm just trying to do this all in one shot. So you guys have left an answer down in the comment section. All right, so the answer is you actually go back to the point where you have the card face down. The compulsory evacuation device will be set face down, and you will probably receive a PE minor for procedural error. Why? It's because the entire activation was illegal. Just because there's a legal target doesn't mean you revert back to that particular point. During activation, the entire activation becomes illegal the moment the target is also illegal. And because targeting happens during the activation of a card, that leads to, well, the current scenario that we are in. Because the targeting was illegal, that happens during the activation, therefore the activation is also illegal, and you revert back to the correct game state. On Twitter, I also posted this exact same question, and a majority of people actually got this wrong. They said that, yo, you have to bounce back the Stardust because there was a legal target. So how do we actually end up getting to this point? Even Distant Coder has talked about this. You cannot force a card resolution at all to basically move on if the activation was illegal. And since we have established that if you target something that cannot be targeted as a part of your activation, that makes the entire thing illegal as well. So in that particular case, so how did we actually end up in a scenario where most of the community actually think that you have to resolve the card even though the activation was illegal, but as long as there was a valid target, you only jump back to that point? It makes no sense, right? But there's two solid reasons for why that is. Reason number one is how it was transferred from person to person. Basically, you get mentored into you. And even some of the judges enforce it that way, which makes it even more confusing. Because say I was a 13-year-old just getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I do a mistake just like the Stardust one I mentioned earlier, and my opponent forces me to bounce back a card. That delivers a really sour feeling for sure, because now I have to get rid of my own monster and I'm eating, quote unquote, my mistake. But now you're overly punishing the person that made that illegal activation, because you just want them to do it because they're going to lose. Oh, you're going to win at locals or something. And if they get to like retarget something else, then or maybe save it for later on, actually apply it into the game later on, maybe you'll actually lose, and you don't want that to happen. So that got passed on to the kid. The kid grows up, learns about it, maybe even becomes a judge and starts judging, and they're going to pass that ruling on to other people, misinforming them at a position of authority, and then people will think that it is correct, but it is not. But that's basically how it spreads from person to person. And it's really just just an awful move to do to someone, especially if that's one of their early plays. Just let them take it back. Like, what's the big deal? They can take the PE minor. They'll learn to be a better player. The penalty itself is, you know, worth what it is. I know there's a difference in context when it comes to, oh, what if you reveal like private information? What if the game state is actually not reversible anymore? Stuff like that can come up, but that will depend on the investigation to investigation per case, and it depends on how the head judge wants to rule. And remember, the head judge ruling is always final, and there's no argument there. And case number 2, simulators. Because when you activate a card in a simulator, you're forced to resolve it. And if you are not allowed to target something, it guides you away from being able to target those cards at all. They become uninteractable, and it limits your option. Therefore, you're given the option of your own cards to bounce back, or your own cards to kind of put you in a disadvantageous position. That's where it also comes from, because, oh, when you activate the card, you have to commit to the card. That's kind of the notion, but in real life, it's a bit different from that, and you just can't really bring even the official simulator into this particular realm. All right, so that's kind of what I want to bring to your attention. Yeah, just be a nicer person, and I just want to really squash this one, so make sure you guys share this one so no one makes the same mistake. Just the community itself would be nicer when their first impression is that if they make a mistake, they don't get punished for making themselves also, you know, feel like a fool, feel like an idiot, stuff like that. And before we go into ruling number 2 in this video, make sure you guys check out MST.TV. I actually got another thing to show to you guys. It's on my table right now. It's proxies. You guys, if you stuck around on MST.TV for long enough, you guys know from time to time, especially when there's a giant meta call coming up, when there's a set Burst of Destiny, I proxy some of these archetypes so that we can get a head start. I know Manav appreciated it when I made Sky Striker proxies for him, so he got to test way earlier. You can figure out a lot of these techs. So proxies are available currently for my Patreons, for them to kind of test things out. And once I release a video with these proxies, just testing them out, kind of getting a good grasp for them. Can't wait for some of these products to come out. These are, of course, not for tournament play. I want to be extremely clear about that, but they are there for you guys to learn about these decks ahead of time, because there's a lot of cards reading them ahead of time, and, you know, getting used to them in your hand is really, really useful. So aside from just Flunderees, we also have Lyroless. I don't even know where I put the Lyroless stuff, but I also have another really cool one that was highly requested, and that's going to be these guys. These Ecclesia, the Virtuous in White, the Moe, the Swordmaster, Sword Soul. These guys are going to be, well, basically available. I'm showing you guys nothing right now. Oh, there we go. So yeah, Patrons get first access to this stuff. So if you guys want to help support this channel, check out the Patreon link down in the description. And before I close out this video, of course, don't forget to check out MSTmerch.com to get awesome sleeves, new mats, new drops are coming very soon. Just can't wait for the supply to arrive, and that's going to be also really, really awesome. Now, okay, we're going to close this one off with a second ruling here, which is about paying life points. Now, this scenario is this. I have an Imperial Order that has a mandatory effect of, well, mandatory cost of making me pay 700 life points. I am at 700 life points. Do I A, during the standby phase, pay the 700 life points and die a hero? Well, I don't die a hero, but basically lose the duel. Or B, I do not have enough life points to pay. Paying would result in me losing the entire game. So then the card of Imperial Order would be destroyed because I cannot pay the life points. Which is it? You guys have 10 seconds to answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm really bad at counting time. And here we go. The answer is yes, you pay life points till you die. You have enough life points to pay. If you're 1 life point off and you can't pay that amount, then you are unable to fulfill the cost. However, you are able to fulfill the cost this time, and therefore you die. I guess you've run out of life points once you pay a mandatory cost, and that's how it is. A lot of people thought that, oh, you can't pay until you die. Well, it is true. It is partially true, because you can't pay if you don't have enough life points. If you don't have enough life points, that means you would pay till you die. I guess it's a kind of this little word jumbling. And yeah, if you have enough life points, yeah, and you accidentally activated a solemn warning or a solemn strike when you're at exactly the amount of life points, there is no take back on that. You are dead the moment you flip that card up, and the activation is legal. Yeah, I've seen some people kind of die from that, or they try to, oh no, I don't have enough life points to pay. I'm like, dude, you're at exactly 2,000. You have enough life points to pay. That's all I got for this video, guys. Make sure you guys share this one. Check out the Patreon link down in the description if you guys want some flunderies or lure list pure proxies. And I'm going to be posting up the Shangjin ones very soon, which is Sword Souls. They're going to be posted up very soon. And the access is already available in the Patreon site. I did not post it into the Discord just yet, but soon I will. I'm just super busy. That's all. And thank you guys for watching. Smash that thumbs up button if you guys learned a thing or two about this. Leave anything down in the comment section if something seems a little bit misrepresented. And well, that is all I got for this video. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys subscribe.